Yeah, but there's people like John who they just react to the bad stuff in actually a somewhat, like, constructive fashion. They just happen to...
John played a non-horror game, and I want him to do it again.
He's played non-horror games.
Yeah, but he does it so rarely.
I went to one of his streams, and I was actually the guy who won one of his games of Quiplash. My name was displayed on the TV and everything.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so rare.
Well, it goes back to the same reason that I won't watch Markiplier.
The
demand was Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was not in the demand pool, so...
Well, you can just not watch those videos.
Yeah, but it lasted for months.
Well, the months are over.
I know, but he hasn't really done anything to appeal to me since, and I've heard some things about that he's apparently not a particularly nice guy.
That doesn't mean you can't enjoy his content.
Okay, if Joseph Stalin opened up a YouTube channel and played video games, could you find justification to watch it?
I don't know anything about him, actually.
He killed millions and millions of people, or had them killed.
I mean, I might watch out of Bile Fascination.
See, I've never been one to do that either.
Well, I wouldn't probably be much of a subscriber, but...
I don't think I'd subscribe to the Joseph Stalin YouTube channel. That's what I'm saying, basically. I wouldn't be a subscriber.
Are you comparing Markiplier to Joseph Stalin?
No, I was using an extreme example to explain why that logic doesn't make sense.
I mean, if you're only going to watch channels from perfect people, you're not going to have much fun on YouTube.
It's not about perfect people. It's about that apparently, like...
He secretly kills children also?
No, apparently to, like, his actual friends, he's like a dick. Which isn't very cool. It's not... Don't be a dick. Being a dick is not cool.
Everyone's a dick in their own way.
No. There are people who are not dicks.
Huh.
I just like that, like, the batting is so loud when it does it. Just like, bah! Like, what the heck?
Hey! Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. Is this what you want to do, Stanley?
Better commentary than last time.
You have fun on YouTube, Dark?
Nilt.
I'm in Nilt in Berg.
Anytime.
Forever. All of the times, forever.
You know what you need to do? Hurry up.
So mature.
Aaron he broke. It was magnificent.
Aaron seems like a genuinely insane kind of individual.
In his Mega Man X playthrough, he seems really nice. In his solo playthrough,
I've been told that all of the Game Grumps people in person are very nice guys.
They're not very...
With the exception of Ninja Brian, who's technically not a Game Grump. Well, now he is, but he wasn't.
Really? Even Ross? Because on the show, he really does seem like a dick.
Ross is a troll, from what I understand. He doesn't really mean to genuinely upset people, but he takes schadenfreude in people playing, like, something that they're doing to themselves. There's no requirement for them to do that. But, I don't know as much on Ross, but I could imagine that he's probably just a superficial dick, as opposed to, like, an actual, like, really mean person.
That being a dick is just his persona?
It's his character type.
It's the role he plays?
No, like I think he actually enjoys like
Being a
genuine Schadenfreude, but he just is not like he wouldn't try to hurt somebody kind of mean.
To make them and then laugh.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
He'll
be
just
that
laugh
kind
when
of
they
guy.
punch themselves in the face.
Yeah.
Or when someone else punches someone else in the face. Or when someone doesn't have a face.
He's a big fan of Looney Tunes, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Says the guy who's a big fan of Looney Tunes.
I am?
I thought you really liked Looney Tunes.
I mean, I guess I don't dislike it. I mean, I think it's okay.
I, on the other hand, have never been one who liked Looney Tunes. When I was little, I apparently liked Tom and Jerry, but now that I'm an adult, I can't stand Tom and Jerry. It's one of those, if you like to watch it, fine. Not my show.
You like pants?
No, I don't like pants. There's probably a show called Pants.
Oh, yeah.
There is a band called Bowling for Soup.
That's not good.
They have a...
Soup.
Move! Slime, I'm trying to do a thing here.
It can't let you. It's doing this for
I
you.
was saying something and I totally forgot what I was saying.
Slime needed you to forget.
Do you remember what I was talking about?
No. Tom and Jerry?
Oh, yeah, Tom and Jerry. I'm not a big fan of the, like, cruel slapstick.
I can get that.
Dark, are you a fan of Tom and Jerry like shows?
Sure. Except, unless he isn't. In which case I'm not sure.
Are you a fan of Tom likes?
It's a new genre.
And then there's even more loosely based on them ones called Tom Lights.
I smell delicious soup.
I don't smell much right now.
Do you smell the smelly smell?
That smelly smell?
No, the smell that smells smell.
No,
Something.
I don't.
Okay.
It insults me, so now I don't smell anymore.
What?
That's how things work, right?
12?
Tom and Jerry is a cartoon about a cat and a mouse where the mouse typically abuses the cat and then the cat tries to get his comeuppance for him, but most of the time the cat ends up getting beat up.
It's not uncommon.
And there's an actual episode where the cat is implied to have been beheaded by a guillotine off camera.
There's a time where there's this duck that's really depressed its image, so the whole episode is trying to commit suicide, and the mouse keeps having to stop it from killing itself.
And then there's the last episode where both Tom and Jerry commit suicide in front of a train.
What?
Yeah.
It was a strange time.
And it's played for comedy, but it's actual, like, genuine depressed sitting in
Black
front of train
comedy.
tracks getting hit by a train implicitly off screen. Yeah, Tom's girlfriend leaves him, and Jerry's, like, recounting the story from above, and then Jerry's girlfriend leaves him, and so they both commit suicide in front of a train. And that was the last episode.
You know, for kids.
For kids! For kids! The last episode of a show called Camp Laszlo is kind of creepy.
Does everyone kill themselves in a train?
No, they're all kids. It turns out that the camp that they're at, the camp instructor was actually just some random old guy and had no affiliation with the camp the whole time. So there was basically just some random old guy creeping on a bunch of kids for like 4 seasons of a show.
It's fine. It's not fine.
Kids show. Cartoon.
You know, for kids.
Oh man, I've almost leveled it all. And then we'll be past the busy work.
Chicken.
Chicken. Well, no, we won't be past the busy work. We'll be past the surface busy work.
Batman.
The underground busy work still has a lot of busy work. I might actually get a diamond pick for that just so it'll be a little bit faster.
Why not a diamond drill?
I could use a diamond drill.
There are drills in this?
No.
Oh, there should.
In hard mode, I think there are.
Why? It's harder to dig with a drill?
Oh wait, no, hard mode. No, I'm thinking Terraria. Terraria has diamond drills. What? I know what you were trying to start with, but what was that?
Self-expression.
Is that an answer?
Mm-hmm. Self-expression is a thing.
Did you know that Looney Tunes won an award for What's Opera Doc? Like, I think it was like a Emmy or something like that.
I don't know what you just said.
Well, then don't worry about it.
I don't know what opera doc is.
What's Opera Doc is the episode where Elmer Fudd plays the Viking-hatted...
Oh, the whole kill the rabbit?
Yeah,
episode?
kill the wabbit, yeah.
Huh. Crunchy.
Yeah, it's a cherry, too. They're known for being crunchy, right?
Mm.
Never had to knock on.
How many times?
Well, it was too quiet.
That's the nature of the...
But I know someone who has.
It's fine. It's bad.
Why?
It was looking at me funny.
My hair?
Yeah, part of it.
Are you drunk?
How many times?
Right now.
Oh. You're asking, no, I'm asking how many times.
Anytime.
Oh. Yeah.
It's true, he hasn't been drunk.
Green, green, green. Says you're a fan?
If you say so, man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you were a chief translator of a fan, but...
Man. Mm-hmm. And...
So what are you doing?
I'm recovering the lost data.
How?
By playing it again.
That's what I mean.
I'm doing it again. I don't understand the question.
you don't even have your hands on the keyboard.
I have a controller in my hand.
Oh, that would explain. What do you plout?
The first Xenoverse.
Boons.
It's not a good game, but I still enjoy it.
At least he's honest.
Again, the idea of just an established universe, just letting you insert your own OC into it, appeals to me more than most people would approve.
See, and I'm not a big self-insert fan at all.
What was that?
A creeper blowing a different creeper up.
A Greg? Was it a Greg Crabber?
What are you Some of those are words, I'm sure, or at least sounds relating to words, but... Like you're trying to say something.
I was, but I don't remember what I was starting to say when I stopped saying.
Something creeper, that's all I know.
Yeah. Oh, it was a chain reaction is what I was trying to say.
No.
Sometimes words get lost, okay?
Look at me.
I can't see you. It's a first-person game.
Oh.
What? You forgot you were playing in first-person mode? Oh. Well, that's pretty cool. It doesn't look like your style.
I made it.
It doesn't look like your style at all. I mean, but I like it.
What do you mean, my style?
It's very
like my fashion?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to do orange because of the fact that it would make my hair look... I mean, it would merge with my hair too much.
I expected a lot more colors.
I didn't want it to clash.
Really? Normally I didn't think it was something that bothered you.
It depends on the situation. This is something that is representing me that I use for a lot on servers, and so... I'm a little bit more meticulous with the colors. Like, if you look at my Sabetta image,
It's
the one that I
very
use right now, it's more simple.
It's very autumny.
The current one, no, is...
Survival's in a few weeks.
What?
What? On Sabetta.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
I wasn't just talking gibberish there. Actually, for once.
You don't even use it.
Not really, no. Just once or twice a month.
See, that's my current one. There
Oh.
is a lot of color in, like, the hair and stuff, but mostly it's blue and white for winter.
Squeaky controller.
Are you doing something, or are you just squeaking the controller?
I am squeaking the controller while walking
Oh.
and while loading.
Did they upload Prinny 2 yet?
Yes.
Did you watch it?
I watched part of it.
I like the voice actor who does the Prinnies.
That particular Prinny has made it into some of the actual Disgaea games.
That particular Prinny's in the first Disgaea game.
No, he's not.
I thought he was one of the 3 that followed them around, the Prinny squad.
The Scarf Prinny? No.
Oh. The voice sounds like one of the voices from...
I mean, the voice might be the same, but...
Well, whatever. I never had to knock on wood.
Black?
But I know someone who has.
Who?
Dave.
Well, that doesn't really matter to me.
What do you have against Dave?
I don't like him. He's gray.
But you play D&D with Dave.
Oh. Oh yeah, he's cool. He made people go into a train.
That's what makes him cool. That's what it sounds like you meant by that. He's cool because he made people go into a train.
I mean, wouldn't that make you cool?
I don't think so. I don't think that's how cool works.
Yeah, apparently Doki Doki Literature Club is a bit of psychological horror.
That doesn't surprise me. It's made by a Japanese game company.
So?
Japanese game companies are all about psychological horror.
Nintendo was originally Japan.
Nintendo's fake Japan.
Are they fake psychological horror?
No, they're fake Nintendo.
What? How many times?
Look, Nintendo is fake Nintendo.
What are you talking about?
Yes! If you don't understand, you never will.
If you have to ask, you'll never know. Pew! Sorry, it was making shooting noises.
It wasn't making shooting noises, so you were.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was looking at Dark's words. They're pretty cool.
Dark is a pretty cool word.
He shoots darks and dark to dark. Darking darker.
For our paint department, we
For
have...
some reason I keep thinking it's a third person perspective and you are a slime. That's what my brain just interprets this Minecraft as. You're a slime, you're getting bashed around.
So if you could find a mod to make the main character a slime, you would play the game.
I don't think so.
Well, then don't lie to me like you did.
Sorry. And maybe I would. I just don't think I would.
'Cause I could probably find that. That's probably not even that difficult of a mod. Or I could even better make you a constantly hovering slime by only putting graphics for your head.
Eh.
And that would be silly.
You'd be silly.
I know. Just like Dark, I'm okay with being silly. The only difference is Dark's a dork and he's in denial about it.
And I made that sound.
You did. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's Monday. That means it's Nintendo time.
Is it Fun Day?
No.
I don't like Fun Day.
Isn't there an episode of Doug where Doug creates a new day of the week called Fun Day?
How would I know anything about Doug?
Why wouldn't you know anything about Doug?
It's a TV.
You're right, it is a TV.
I never had a television.
Don't lie to our viewers.
How many times? Crunchy.
Yeah, I'm filling the floor bowl with dirt chocolate cereal.
What? What?
There was a giant circular hole in the ground, so
Oh,
I'm
is that your
filling...
swimming pool?
No.
Oh, it's your dirt pool?
It's going to be level and it will eventually be grass. I might eventually have a swimming pool. Oh no, another slime fell! Emergency! Emergency!
You need an adult?
There's so many mans to punch. And none of them are dying. There we go. Hot dog hat.
Why?
I already had a hot dog hat, apparently.
Yoshi.
But there's a very important reason I'm not wearing a hot dog hat.
Why? Because it's bad?
Because the hat I am currently wearing is...
Invisible.
Oh, it got removed. What the heck?
You're just wearing a fox on your head?
With impeccable balance.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, I would be that fox, but I don't think I can.
And please don't stand on my head.
What if I had the balance?
You have much more weight than a little fox.
What if I were little?
Then fish are also creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you can't deny it.
Crunchy.
I'm almost finished filling the floor bowl with cereal. Chocolate dirt cereal.
What?
So many dirt. Scarfasus drowned.
He drowned in the dirt?
No. He drowned probably in the water somewhere where he was wandering around. Hey Shin.
What?
Hey Shin.
What?
Never had to know.
Yeah.
But I know someone who has.
Oh.
You kind of like the song though.
What?
You kind of like the
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
He likes 99 Red Balloons more.
Oh, I do? Okay.
By Goldfinger.
Oh, yeah. Reg finger.
Boom, 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 boom.
I prefer
Boom,
Superman
boom, boom,
to
boom,
that
boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That is not the correct instrument. I'm sorry.
Could be.
No.
You don't try it.
No!
Don't try it.
I will throw all the throws at throw. Don't make me resort to dirty tactics. sich Luftballon. "99 red balloons go by."
I don't like them.
What is a Luftballon anyway?
It's a love balloon.
No, that would be Liebballon, wouldn't it?
I think so. Language is weird, okay?
Red
dude.
See, the problem is 99 Red Balloons is also a catchy song.
Not good.
Nena.
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 What are you doing?
Gary. That might be high enough. I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, definitely not. I can remember tiling blocks taller than that. Don't fill the gaps though, because I'm gonna make the hole deeper. That's what she said.
Q-U-E.
Q done Q-na-schnuzzy? What does that even mean?
Something about 99.90 something %.
So it doesn't have to do with 99 red balloons?
No.
It could, okay?
No. Hey.
I don't know, I don't speak
Mega Man.
Q done Q.
It's a Mega Man language, so no, you wouldn't.
Look book.
No, you wouldn't.
That kid never liked me.
But he had a very good hat. He didn't.
I don't ever even remember him wearing a hat.
I'm sure he's wore a hat at some point.
I'm sure he's worn hats, I just don't remember him wearing hats. You know who had a really good hat? Was
Is he?
Phil from the Speed Gamers. He used to wear a bowler hat all the time, and then he auctioned it off one year in the raffles, and someone donated for it. I think they ended up donating like
$10 million.
$150 or something for a probably $35 bowler hat. It might have been more expensive than that. I don't know if it was
where'd he
like
get that bowler fat?
Bowler fat? Where'd he get his bowler fat?
Was it a legal bowler hat, or was he a poacher?
Was he a hat poacher?
Yeah, poaching hats off of those poor foxes.
Oh, I know what you mean. I get that reference.
Yeah, I mean... Like,
nobody else could.
I mean, that's where hats come from, right? Foxes?
Fennec foxes naturally have bowler hats.
So yeah, I thought you'd be against bowler, like actual bowler hats.
It depends on if it was given willingly or if it was forcefully taken.
It's not part of the fox?
No, they just, since they're naturally born with it, they typically wear it. But if they meet someone who they consider a really good friend, they will give it away.
Oh.
So maybe he's like friend to the foxes.
So it can be a good thing or something very dubious.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that you wouldn't know. Kind of like if someone's using a stolen bicycle, you could be like, well, they're being healthy. Or they could be like, a bad man.
But a healthy bad man.
The healthiest of all bad mans. No bad man will be nearly as healthy as this bad man.
It's a problem. Well, no, it's
Something bumpy knuckles.
kinky. That's his angry face.
Do you remember, I think his name was Snapper in Banjo-Kazooie?
Oh, the turtle? Was he a turtle?
No, the like hermit crab boss that you fight?
Yes, I remember him.
Why is it that when you defeat him it sounds like he's cheering?
No!
No, he goes, yay!
bad gamers have a lot of trouble with him.
You mean wait for him to pinch 3 times and then jump up and use
Yeah,
a
they
peck
just
attack?
keep jumping and trying to just hit him in his face wildly aggressively, and they get really mad when it doesn't work. No!
Who have you been watching that was bad at Banjo-Kazooie?
YouTuber I want to like, but I really don't like.
I don't know what that means.
Super Mega Lionheart. His name is not Megan. My bad.
My name is not Megan.
He does a lot of live, like, blind. He's a Mega Man fan who's never played, like, half of the Mega Man games. He's always doing blind runs of them. But he's always, like, super salty about everything, so it's hard for me to enjoy him.
I was sad when Acolyte of Death stopped doing his blind stream of Super Mario World. Or blind, run in Super Mario World.
It's because he was blind. He couldn't play it anymore.
He was,
he was also deaf, so he was dead.
He and Telesfor from Raukow's Talk House, were doing co-commentary, and it was literally the first time he had ever even seen the game on screen.
What? Did he not play many games?
No, he played other video games, but I think he was a Sega kid, if I remember correctly.
Weirdo.
I don't remember. I just know that he, like, had never, ever even turned on the game before.
Sega kids.
You knew a Sega kid.
He wasn't a real Sega kid, though.
Yeah, but he became a Sega kid. He became something.
Yeah, that's well put.
He became Do a Concern.
Yeah, and he still is. He still is.
Well, that was that day we were going to go hang out for his birthday, and we were going to go hang out and meet him at the park, and then he's like, let's go over across behind the train tracks in the forest. And I was like, I don't want to get murdered, thank you.
And he was like, oh, you're doing a D&D, I'll show up, but I promised. But then he got drunk in the woods, so he didn't.
Yep.
I'm disappointed.
I had suspicions from the start. We always had friction. That was for sure.
I don't have high expectations for him, but still.
I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed. I know, he's a friend, so it still is bothersome when something like that happens.
Right, and now he has 3 kids and he can barely feed himself.
Yep, I don't get it.
And I have no libido, so I just can't understand how people make these decisions, but...
Well, they're going to say, so I don't understand how people make kids. I was like, well, that doesn't have anything to do with the understanding of how that whole thing works, dude. Oh, wow, I used up all of the pickaxes I made already.
Wawy.
We find the media, we find Dr. Wawy. I don't even like Mega Man games, but I love that line. I think part of it is how long it takes him to say Wily in that case. Dr. Wawy. We find the media, we find Dr. Wawy.
What did we make of these?
These seem to be energy resources. But I've never seen this type on Earth. I don't know where this energy came from, but they're not let it fall into Dr. Wawy's hands.
Why does Dr. Wily sound so serious?
Immediately, Mega Man.
Oh, I love that part.
You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
Ooh, Mega Man? I don't know your name.
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wawy.
We'll find Dr. Wawy.
We'll find Dr. Wowy. Dr. Wowy.
Well, immediately, Mega Man. They left that in. Capcom, why?
Capcom don't care.
Why are you so bad at all the voice actors?
In all fairness, Res Evil was before there was much like stock taken in the idea of serious voice acting in video games. Stop! Don't open that door.
You're right.
Because if you find any games from that time, pretty much all of them had pretty crummy voice acting.
Yeah, but Capcom kept it into the GameCube games, I know. Gotcha Force.
People say that the voice acting in Resident Evil 4 was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I mean, but as far as Gotcha Force had just... It was... For its time, its voice acting was just baffling.
Another one that's really... Another thing you can always tell it's like with really cheesy and typically in older games is because of the fact that there's so much loading involved with cutscenes and stuff, there are a lot of times where there's like dead air and people will just stare in like an idle animation before they go on to their next line. And sometimes it makes the conversation sound really janky.
Janky Kang? The new Kong, it's Janky Kong.
He's got like an arm coming out of his right ear.
It's a problem. And he doesn't move.
Yeah.
He's not anime, he's always in the reference pose.
He just...
The best thing is when people move while in the reference pose.
That's another thing that makes Prop Hunt great, is because you can be a man in Prop Hunt.
Mind you, that's really bad.
Yeah, because you have like one hit point and you're very, very, very
Obvious.
visible.
No one will fall for your clever disguise.
Quick, I'll disguise as the thing I start as. No one will ever know.
And that never appears in the scenery. Naturally.
Although if it did appear in the scenery, that would be equally unusual.
Just a level that's a bunch of random assets everywhere.
Yeah.
That'd be really tough.
That's actually happened in Morrowind. You can't normally get there, but there are just like rooms that are a bunch of different assets just piled all over the place.
Gross.
There's like 6 or 7 debug rooms, and they're just full of different items stacked up on top of each other, but like stacked up in a semi-organized way. Like you can get through and walk around, but it's just like chests full of things and barrels and a bench and like not necessarily things you can even carry, just things lying around everywhere.
The Spriter's Resource apparently has a side place for models, and I think all their models are shown in the reference pose as they should be, which...
Do you remember that one old, like, learn to make video games thing with the creepy metallic guy that walks at the TV screen?
No.
Oh. It exists, I promise.
No.
We find the media, we find Dr. Wawy. Who is Dr. Wawy anyway?
I can't find the credits for who voiced Dr. Light there, and it makes me sad. I guess he didn't want to be credited.
Oh, like he's not in the game credits?
I mean, I'm like looking like in the IMDb.
Oh. I mean, eventually gonna play Mega Man 8.
Should we skip to it? That's one of the games I've never been able to beat, though.
Because it's too hard, or?
It's not, what the fortress stages are pretty brutal.
Is it brutal as in hard, or brutal as in BS?
I don't know. I'm not good enough at Mega Man to say.
Do you think you'll be able to make it through all the Mega Man games?
I don't think you'll be able to make it through watching me make it through all of them.
Well, seeing as I already stopped watching a lot of them, except for to cut down the videos. What's
to come is probably harder than what I've already been through.
Oh. Well, again, if I'm eating or whatever, I don't care what you play. Just make sure you find the media.
walk the walk.
And the other thing is, it's completely fair that he has a speech impediment.
Because people do.
Yeah, it's not, however, acceptable that they didn't do better takes of the other things. Because it could be completely reasonable, especially for someone who's like a nerd, and therefore probably would have been introverted historically, so they might have dedicated their time to their studies, to have a speech impediment. So the voice in and of itself isn't even that unusual to me. Other people say it's bad actor choice, but I don't care. I've never thought that just because someone has a speech impairment, they can't do a voice role.
Right, the problem is Duogan, for instance. Well, for instance, Mega Man says bass his name as Bass.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's the unforgivable stuff.
Or that Duo's voice actor is, like, way too far from the mic. Even though he's supposed, like, even the scenes where he's, like, angry and yelling, he's too far from the mic. So he yells kind of quietly.
What game were we playing where that happened by accident? I think it's in our Undertale one. My microphone shut off at one point, so you could only hear me from your microphone. And so there's just like this like impotent rage screaming, but like really, really far away.
Why were you screaming?
I think it's when you beat the normal final boss.
Of what? Oh.
Undertale.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So it's like, it's impossible. Like it's way far.
Oh, because you were voice acting.
Yeah.
Oh, not good. Meh.
Yeah, like having a sheep around all the time makes things funnier. Just because suddenly, meh.
I mean, because we're not professionals with a professional budget. So we can get away with that.
Yeah, we're
sometimes.
not. Well, we're also not getting paid, so any effort that we put forward is just out of our own direct attempt. Like, it's not something that, you know, we have a, oh, well, I'm getting paid, it better be up to a certain standard kind of thing. We have no reason to set standards besides our own personal desire to set standards. That's not to say that I would be happy with just having crap videos. That's why I spend enough to make a good microphone part of the stuff that we use.
See, other things is a lot of the that age's games, they had really stiff voices as well, like unnatural.
Yeah. And like I don't understand that, because if I'm reading something, a dialogue line, even if it's in something I've never read before, I tend to interpret it already in the personality of how you think it would sound. So I don't understand how people can talk like this, because it sounds so weird to talk like this. Like, I don't understand how you unintentionally can sound like that. Like, I'm not saying I would be an exceptional actor by any means, although I think I'd be decent as an actor. I would be okay enough at performing that I could probably be within someone's suspension of disbelief. But
Chaos Wars.
I don't know what that is.
Like the worst voice acted game ever.
Is it the one where the guy got like his family to
I think so, yeah.
voice act in it, and you can like actually hear page turns in the background with all the microphones and stuff?
I don't know about that, but
there's an error dialogue in one of the Elder Scrolls games. I think it's Oblivion.
What do you mean an error dialogue?
Where they add in, can I do that line again, or something in the background. They forget to cut it out of the audio of someone's I don't remember which one it is. You can look it up. It's pretty well known.
Awkward.
I can be weak with tough, yeah. I can be weak with tough. Sometimes. Do what? Breakfast?
That is what it sounds like. Yes. Now we have our family again.
Or were you saying Beppis?
I think?
You don't know what you were saying?
I mean, I think that's par for the course.
Sure would suck if you guys died without... Okay.
Yeah, this is fine.
I'll just go with it. Your breakfast is what I was hoping you were going to say.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I was saying in earlier one of my videos on here, you guys, I have done a whole lot of this exact thing before. So, it's not really that bothersome to me to do this. I just don't know how good it is for video. That's why I'm hoping our commentary is at least bringing this afloat a little bit. If I had been solo on this and had no one to talk to, it would have just been silent and me walking in circles with a pickaxe.
You could have post commentary to the YouTube one.
No, because I don't have a program that can do that.
Oh. Windows Movie Maker?
No, it doesn't come with it anymore.
Of course it doesn't.
Because I still have to go down at least 4 blocks.
What?
I have to go down 4 more blocks. It's just that I can only dig so high up at once.
You suddenly changed the topic. What? What? Huh? What? Where am I?
In Eltonburg.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be more important that I do it than I thought it was, because since I built it so low that I'm this row here, the reason that this is here is because my farm is right there, so there's flowing water that will fall straight down if I don't have blocks there. So now I need to lower the thing farther than I thought I would because of that. Because now I'm actually going to probably lose out on both of these rows because I don't want the water dripping effect right there either. Alright. Dark.
Wawy.
Hey, Derek. Hey, Derek.
That's one we should do.
League?
No, we should finish the Bidoof story and stuff.
That's something we could do.
You can't go exploring right now, Derek.
Plus, we still have to get to where we can get Mew. Luckily, he's one of the earlier ones. If I remember correctly.
Still good luck.
Mewtwo's at like floor 99 on something, so he's one that...
Again, you gotta go to different places to like unlock the way to get Mew, so there's no guarantee you don't have to do something like that for him also. I don't remember the way to do it.
I don't want to say it, but I do at the same time.
No, you don't!
You know what I'm thinking?
Yes! And stop! There's nothing in it. It's wrong.
It's not even a good meme.
No, it's not. It's garbage. It's...
He's so upset about not being able to explore. He just Dan's gamed.
He just what?
Dan's game.
He dance game?
Dan's game. That's the name of the emote.
I don't get it.
That's the name of the emote. That's all there is to it. The name of the emoticon that he used is Dan's game.
I don't know the context of like any of the Twitch emotes.
Except Kappa.
No, not even.
Kappa's a developer for the...
So why is he the troll face?
It's just the picture that he used. It looks like he has a smirk, and so people use it as the troll face emote. I guess he originally worked for Justin TV before Twitch.
I don't know who Justin TV is.
Justin TV was the, like, proto-Twitch website.
Oh.
It was a version of a streaming app. It was under a different name. It uses, like, the same exact emoticons.
Miltonberg?
Neltonberg? That sounds like a last name. It does. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Does it not sound like a last name? Why are you sad? Shin's drunk again, guys.
It's fine.
No, it's not. You shouldn't even drink, so you don't drink. I don't know what that sentence means.
Okay.
There we go. What's the effects? Oh, while you're carrying it, I see.
Bah.
Alright, so... Minecraft is a game about building things, and also pianos.
And
Yes, and sheep.
ship.
You ship it?
I ship the sheep and another sheep. Is that still
Okay.
shipping?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you ship 2 ponies, they're still shipped.
The sheep are mysterious.
What?
I don't know what to do about them.
Do you want to hear about a coworker who said something dumb that I just was baffled by?
What?
At my work, there's a person who I work with who, had said something about a person being French Canadian. She goes, "Oh, I'm French Canadian." I said, "Your parents are from Quebec?" And she goes, "No, I'm French Canadian." I said, "Yeah, so like your parents are from Quebec, or like are you from Quebec, or what's that mean?" She goes, "No, like I'm French Canadian, like from France."
What does that mean?
So then I say, well, no, if that were the case, you would be French. French Canadian means you're from Quebec, Canada. Oh, you said Quebec, Canada. I thought you meant Quebec, Iraq.
Huh? What does that mean?
I don't know, because there's nowhere in Iraq called Quebec.
Checks.
I don't need to check.
Wait, what? But the
And so I just didn't understand what she meant. She also at one time said the phrase, and I quote,
at Newtonburg.
no. How do we even know space is real?
So she's sort of like a cloud cuckoo lander in real life.
Something. I don't know. Like, sometimes I'm genuinely concerned.
I don't believe in flat worlders.
Like, you don't believe they exist?
Correct. I just can't wrap my head around that kind of thinking.
Something that just defies all actual real world logic?
Yes, I just can't comprehend people thinking that. Well, at least not in any like first world country. And there's no reason to think it.
Because they think that every satellite that's ever gone into space is actually a conspiracy and not real.
But I mean, why can't the Earth be round?
Because then everything would fall off the bottom. They don't believe in gravity either, usually.
Well, they have to.
No, they don't believe in gravity.
Then what holds you to the ground?
I don't know, but they specifically say that gravity is a myth. It's like part of the tenets of being a flat earther.
No.
Did you just take a screenshot?
Yes, because
Of
my
what?
feet were are clipped through the ground. So I thought that was pretty cool.
It's important.
No, then I just don't believe.
Yeah, no, like
I don't believe that people believe that.
like everything that's stupid about it that you know is only the surface level stupid of the stupid involved in flat earthers.
Bog Leech is currently basically having a blog